I want to talk about directed energy weapons, bioeffects, and specifically the types of pain and symptoms that they cause, the ones that were used on me, and my experience in Illinois when it was definitely coming from the cars around my apartment building and the man that lived in the apartment above me. That's when I had the highest EMF readings. And ever since I lived in Illinois in that apartment, I would be laying there at nighttime trying to fall asleep, and right before I fall asleep, I would get jolted awake. Like my whole body would be shocked, and I would get a panicked feeling, and be shocked, wide awake, just as I'm drifting off to sleep. Also, I would experience a burst of air being pushed out of my eye sockets. I also described this in a previous video. It happened in the parking lot in Texas that I was in when I went to Texas. Also, the localized pain from what I can only describe as masers, that they cook my shoulders and hips with. Also, my chest. They've been cooking my chest since I was a child. I used to frequent the emergency room and complain of chest pain and think that I was having a heart attack. I would complain to my mother about chest pain as a child. Once I discovered this and started uploading these YouTube videos, a lot of this has ceased. It's just not happening to me anymore. The only thing that I am receiving currently is the hacking. There is still somebody on my router with a spoofed MAC address and a local IP address. I resolved the IP address, and it comes back to somebody in California, which is also spoofed because they are on my router. The microwave weapons have caused blisters on my hands. I've gotten blisters that were almost like burns, and when you pop the blisters, clear pus will come out, fluid. I've also shown in a previous video what looks like some kind of fungal infection on my hands. In a video I showed that. I showed doctors this, what I assumed was a fungal infection on my hands, and they didn't have any explanation or were able to say what it was. I was going to get a biopsy on my feet because my feet sometimes break out, and because of being pushed from state to state and house to house, I was not able to keep my biopsy appointment. I just wanted to make a video talking about the directed energy weapons that were used on me in the past. One more thing I'd like to mention is, now that I'm talking about this and it's not happening, very occasionally it will happen to me. I'll go to sleep and my joints will be fine. I'll be completely healthy, and then I'll wake up and I'll feel like I got ran over by a truck. I won't be able to walk, I won't be able to move my limbs, and I'll feel like something happened to me while I was sleeping. I would like to get some kind of EMF detector alarm that goes off if something happens, just to make sure. But I'm very strapped for cash since my living situations keep getting ruined. I'm gonna upload this video and move on to another subject. I'm going to start trying to separate my videos by subjects instead of going off on tangents and talking about random things.